Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. We are now on round number 57. Let's have a look at the vidcom. Okay, we are now in turn 2 of a 12 round time of efficiency. I'm going to get a public industrial points boost. Civilization is at 59.3 and that's higher or equal to the 58.9 level we promised the humanist front. We've gained some card including increased income tax which we need and private investment. And then we got Maritime House Grey Line made a brilliantly well executed naval attack on Mount MTH Hera Great Lake. Okay, so they lost one friendly ship while sinking 0 enemy ships. That doesn't sound brilliant to me. Maritime Trading House Grey Line took the sea zone Hera Great Lake. Okay, they're kind of taking over by the sounds of things. Okay, let's have a look at what have we got to do this turn? Okay, we've got a transport contract. We were just wanting to have a look at this, weren't we? I'll come back to this. There's something else I want to do. Now, I had a bit of a... I thought I was going insane because I actually went to the Economic Council. I swear I did this, and then I put this research up high. But I think I must have dreamed it or something because it just didn't happen. So when people, Trifler and someone else were like, "Oh, why didn't you do that?" And I was like, "I did. What are you talking about?" And then I went and looked, and then realized that this is I haven't changed this. So that's really annoying. I don't know what's happened there. I've just confused myself well and truly. So that needs to be done. So we're going to go to the Economic Council, change priorities, and we're going to put it into. We're going to drop it out of research now. Into and look, let's just put that there. Economic policies I don't really care about. Prospecting I don't care about, and MTH liaisons I care less about. So we'll just put 60% into research. We got a really bad roll there as well this turn. We hardly got anything in that. So I'm hoping we'll get it next turn. We're investing a whole bunch into this, into that field. Things are looking good when it comes to the Empire dashboard. Look, we didn't lose many credits, only 122 per turn. People generally like us. Worker support's kind of low, but we can fix that. And we do need to get more political points into the Supreme Command Council. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to raise income tax. Now the problem is that it's quite a high roll because this guy sucks. So let's see if we can get this in. Yeah, success. Okay, so we've increased our income tax. I think that's 40% now. Where are we? Yeah, we've raised it to 40%. So if you look at our treasury cash flow overview, we're getting a bunch of sales tax in. Look, but we're making 100. Where are we? Yeah, we're making 160 credits from income tax for the two zones. So that should go up now because it's actually at 30%. This is not showing you right. So yeah, we are next turn we're going to get less of a deficit. However, you don't want to put income tax up too much for reasons that I've explained before. Like it's not a no-brainer just to push it up to 90 or something stupid. I've seen some people talking about that doesn't actually work. Because you're going to be taking it out of the private economy, and then the private economy is pretty important, especially if you want to go up in the civilization score. Okay, civilization score is rising, which means that looks worker happiness decreased with 1 point. Yeah, look, I don't know what it is, but every turn the private economy here are making way more money in this particular. I'm not quite sure what drives this. I don't know what's driving this. I guess it's because there's not enough workers, maybe. Could that be it? It's because it's a relatively small village and therefore there's less workers, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll be interested to know what actually makes this increase. Interesting to compare with your worker's salary since it plays a big role in determining if the workers will be happy with the salary you provide. This is a modified value to model the population perception of expected salary. It is not necessarily the same as the last spike or dip. Yeah, alright, so that doesn't really tell me much about how it's generated. That's usually the case for Shadow Empire, sadly. We don't really know what's going on, so we just got to kind of guess and try to figure out what it is that we might be able to do. Pertinently, this is affecting worker happiness in a big way. We've got some other things we need to do this turn though before we start messing with that. Okay, Heimdall Brine transport contract with Heimdall Brine MTH. This is Heimdall Brine 9, which is this one here. So we're wondering where we can go here. So we can have a port assault on Maxia, 9341. There's 9341. Ah, it's here. So we can actually get in here, look. That's interesting. So you can put a flag of interest when any of the options proposed, and then press new proposals to get alternatives to chosen targets next round. Not flagging anything and pressing postpone will give some other alternatives as well, but it could be anything. Okay, so this is basically what these guys are saying is, you know, okay, these are potential places that you can land. Now we can ask the Maritime Trading House to come back next round with a new proposal. Any flags of interest supplied should be taken into account. Or we can cancel it for negotiation, and we've got 0 recon on most of these hexes. Battle Shark, so we can beach unload on our own areas. 6654, where's that? That's going to be this way. 6654. That's here. Okay. Interesting stuff. I've not really used this very much yet, to be honest. We can actually port assault Elisaria. We don't want to do that because we're not fighting them at the moment. Maxia though, port assault on Maxia. That is interesting. We can flag that as interest. You can put a flag of interest with the options proposed and then press a new proposal to get alternatives to chosen targets next round. Yeah, the thing is we haven't got any recon, so let's just go to new proposal, see what happens with more targets around 9341. Then we need to get some recon on that area as well. So probably not much that we can do with that. So we need to get more recon. We need a recon contract. I don't know if we're going to be able to get... Can we get spies in there? No, because we can't. We haven't even got one recon on them. Okay, so we managed to... The most important thing this turn was we changed the Economic Council funding over, so we can try and get solar power up pretty quickly. Also, our next thing to do is... Yeah, we also managed to get the more money squeezed out of our economy with the tax... Increasing the income tax. I guess the next thing we could do then probably is to... I could raise some more troops, because if we are actually gonna send some troops over to invade somewhere, you know, then we probably do need to raise a few troops. Now we have got some troops. We can probably get another brigade up, an infantry brigade. Yeah, I think we're gonna need another one. Let's raise another Let's raise up a brigade here. I'll go with light infantry, because I don't need machine gun infantry yet. Let's just change them from that pink colour. I'll make them red. Okay. For all the difference it makes. Okay. I don't like these guys being purple. We'll just leave them as purple now. They've been like that for them. I usually have like white and then black, and then I go into red and then sort of vary the colours from there. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. I did intend to do that first time round. I just kind of forgot. There we go. Okay. This makes it easier for me to see what's going on. Okay, folks. Yeah, let's see if we can roll. Let's just roll the turn. I don't think we can build much more until we get some power plants up. It's probably not wise to anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna... I might be able to see if we can push these guys back. 4-1 with only 60 recon points doesn't look good though. Looks like a lot of these guys don't have enough readiness points. We'll leave it till next turn, I think. Yeah, they don't have supply. That's their problem. Yeah, we don't have the industrial points to get them supply either. Yeah, it's in yellow. They should be getting some. They should be getting some supply there. Some local pickup supply. Yeah, they're in a grassy plain, but there might be some other modifications. No, it's just grassy plain. But they're kind of going through a high mountain here, that's the issue. Yeah, we'll leave that. I don't want to attack with that yet. So what we need to do is just make sure... Yeah, we need to leave some space for these guys to land. So let's just make sure they're not on the areas where we want them to land. I don't mind them landing here. But we don't want them to land, like, for example, I'd rather didn't land here. Because then they're on this auto factory of ours. So let's give them some space. Now, if they come from this maritime trading house here, yeah, they should be able to land there then. Alright folks, and it's asking us to upgrade our zone. We don't need to do that yet. I haven't got the political points for it anyway, so let's just roll on the turn. Round 58. We've discovered conventional gun optimization. We've been awarded a fate strategy pack for the civilization rising to level 6. And we've gained some cards. I've got a bunch of a bunch of fate point cards now, so we can actually have a look, see if there's anything that's going to help us. We've got another increased income tax card. Maritime Trading House Fenrir Great Lake made an averagely executed naval attack on Hera Great Lake. 3 ships engaged 2. They lost 2 enemy ships while sinking 2. Sorry, they lost 2 friendly ships while sinking 2 enemy ships. And then they took that province from Hera Great Lake. Right, the Maritime Trading Houses are playing their own game of Shadow Empire in the background, okay? And they are trying to win. So it's kind of interesting to see them play their game out, and it does have an effect on what's going on. Okay, let's have a look at the decisions. Ignore new zone. We can't afford another council at the moment. Minor worker striking halfway. Now this is our opportunity to start going into democracy, I think. Like I really want to get engaged politicians now. It's a shame we missed out on administrative competence, but I don't need it. It's not like that's not essential. So let's go into democracy and start pushing that one up high. Again, protests against high income tax and okay, so this is part of the problem that you get with raising tax. Okay, like you are going to start getting real problems here. So one of the things you can do is go into government. Now we can. Here's the thing, right? We also want to go into government at the moment. Government's going to be a good one to go into. The problem is we're really high in commerce, and we're getting a nice bonus from that. But government would give us bureaucracy, then it would give us worker rights and state companies. Which one is the one that makes it so that people loyalty bonus? One of them makes it so that they're much more tolerant of. I've forgotten now. Yeah, one of them makes it. Is it? It might be autocracy. Does autocracy make them more tolerant of taxes? No, it's the worker happiness bonus I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think it's this one. So worker happiness bonus basically means you can just basically tax people less. So you kind of save money in that respect. So we could try and go into government if we can, but like we also need to go into democracy too. Let's aim for democracy first. We can get that higher than meritocracy relatively quickly. We'll come back to that one later. Elisaria demands release a spy. Yeah, we don't want to go into any higher into commerce now. I don't want to reduce relations with them either, though. Let's just have a look at their Elisaria. Okay, their relation is 67 and their desired relation is 37. We could just kind of like, I don't know. I want to lose commerce at this point. So let's just execute that spy. We're going to get some problems for that, but I'm not bothered. We need to get out of commerce now. Okay, appoint commander. He's a good commander. Yup. So let's get him in the 3rd Light Infantry Brigade. Okay. Now, what's this flag mean? Last round you place a flag of interest. This is a target proposed based on that flag. Okay, Maxia. Let's just have a look at what's going on over here. Okay, that's somewhere. This is Maxia here, I think. I think that's what he's talking about. So, Ammonia Nation. Is that right? Yeah, Ammonia Nation. So this is the zone of max here. I think this is the one that's talking about. So we can bunk down a port assault. Now that's going to be attacking their port itself. There's also a beach assault, but the port assault will give us more port points. Yeah, this is okay. So this, look, if you hold it over here, this shows you the actual hexes. I didn't notice this. Okay, so we can kind of get we can get troops all over. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to get recon on those first. So yeah, I guess we can't do this until we've got the recon points. Yeah. Let's just postpone it for now. At least we know where we can actually get stuff all around the island. So we could like land in the port, and then we could get troops here and then come at them from different angles. So that is really interesting to know. We have got some political points now, so we can try to get a recon contract with them. So let's get the recon contract, and we'll get some reconnaissance points up. We'll be able to pay them for that, and that again, we'll just be raising. The more we use them, the more we raise our relationships with them. Heimdall Brine like us now. They seem like quite a strong. They got 7 fleets. They've got 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they've got 5 shares, and they're all owned. We don't know who owns them, but they do pay out as well. Yeah, they paid out 590. So they're paying about 100 credits out per turn in dividends, which is not bad. I wonder if we can try to get a share in that. That would be really good if we could. Now, let's have a look at some of the cards that we could potentially play. So we've got a scientific station, kind of expensive in points. I don't like somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, why don't you just play why don't you play the zone cards, you know, the fate point cards? And I'm like, the reason is because I need to keep some fate points in the bank in case, so that, you know, when I need political points or money quickly, like I find that kind of really important. So I like to have some nation cards. Now we've got a credits card already, but we don't have a political points one. You can play some of these. Some of these are alright. Some of them are really bad. This one's bugged at the moment, so I'm not sure what the problem is with that. Apparently the bug has been fixed, but it won't be fixed in my version of the game. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to help us, to be honest with you, and out of those. I'm going to know about Ancient Archive, might give us some whenever I get this, it's always something bad. It always like gives me something that I don't need, like radiation filters or some just crap. Like I think that's what happened last time. So I'm not sold on that card at all. I think it's important in multiplayer if you're really min-maxing, trying to get to a certain tech before the people. Scientific Outpost might be okay. That might give us... Yeah, that one actually gives you science points as well. I suppose we could get that up. Yeah, let's put that up in Port Royal. So let's just go and have a look at that one. Scientific Outpost. Yeah, so look, this gives you 200 research bonus points, which is pretty good. So that might actually be a good use of our points. Let's just have a look at councils. Try to remember where it shows you where the science bonus points are added. Yeah, research bonuses were responsible for 4 research bonus points. So let's have a look at the Military Research Council. Research bonus increases the speed with which organizations can research text. Okay, so yeah, the more research bonus points, better. The faster we're just going to research text. I don't know exactly how it does it. Again, it seems like a bit of a black box thing. Or it's in the manual and I've just forgotten. That's also possible. Right, let's see if we can get these guys in now. And yeah, that's better. Look, maybe I attack with... Yeah, let's just attack him with the black. and just see if we can get some research, some reconnaissance points before we make our main attack. Okay, we did lose a troop. But that's okay. I don't mind losing some grunts. Okay, now we've got 6 to 1. This is a better bet. Pretty outnumbered, but we're winning. All right. So it looks like we did that in what, 7 rounds? I think it was 7 rounds. Yeah, we killed 9,000 troops, 9,300 troops. This is why you want to get your recon points first before you go in with your big force. And if you've got, like, you can actually, there are certain stratagems and unit feats that will help you you know, escape from combat before you take too many damage. So there are ways to kind of min-max that too. But that was great. I'm pleased with that. Okay, let's get these guys. Yeah. All right. So we've actually kind of we've bisected the island in half now with this road, and more pertinently, once we've got some energy assets up, we'll be able to get hold of that mine. We'll be able to start dragging stuff out of that mine. We are making some decent metal. We're going to need that. We also need to put up, as soon as we've got the energy to support it, we're going to go for the Industry 2 finally. Nearly on turn 60, we haven't got Industry 2. But I think that the whole turn counter thing that I've got in my head, where you need to win by turn 150, is just probably not going to be the case on this map. I think that, I don't know, I'm guessing, but you might be adding 50 or 100 turns to that even. Especially considering I don't really know what I'm doing with the Maritime Trading House stuff yet. Alright, yeah, new organisation we can't do. We don't have the political points. Let's save our political points this turn, I think. Let's just make a few more ammunition. Oh, just 1,000 ammunition. Let's just have a look at the... Where are we? The regime statistics. No. Yeah, that's the one. Capital prices index. What's hot and what's not? Rare metals is still climbing slowly, as is metals. Yellows is radioactive. We don't have any of those. High-tech parts price has gone down, look. They're very, very expensive to buy, though. Rares haven't rose significantly. Once they start rising to about 10 again, I'll sell some and make some cash. But we're not in a big, you know, we're not worrying about money at the moment. We only get 42 credits negative cash flow. Now we are going to get unhappiness from the excessive tax rate. And like I said, if we go into government, that will start mitigating that a little bit. We are going to get some events from this, but the events will enable us to kind of build up autocracy and democracy as we like. So that's not going to be a big thing. I might have to raise wages here. Let's put it up by 3 credits. Give them a bigger public budget as well. We don't have a lot of workers here, so it's not going to immediately. It's not going to make a big difference, I don't think. Yeah, it's made it raise 14%. That's a little bit better. They're going to get less events there, I guess. Okay, that's looking good, folks. So, gonna roll the turn on, I think. Okay, guys, round 59. We killed 500 infantry. That's just going to be sea creatures, basically. We got 2,800 public industrial bonus points, and we researched high-speed machine gun. We've developed the Sky Gun. That's a model for an anti-aircraft gun, and we've completed research into solar energy, so we can build that finally. Now, what you didn't see was that off-screen, just before I rolled the turn, yeah, there's some Maritime Trading House stuff going on. So these guys are trading this Hera Great Lake 1. Yeah, what you didn't see was that I actually went into the Economic Council just quickly and switched around the funding a little bit because I could see that it was at 97%. So I moved that about. So I moved that down to 25% research because I want to discover heavy industry, and yeah, and then we've researched solar energy. Okay, I'll put a little bit more into some of these as well, particularly Maritime Trading Houses. Let's have a look at the decisions this turn. Actually, before we do that, let's just have a look at the urgent issues. Okay, 75 credits in the red. That's not too bad. Civilization scores going up. Leader support's going down ever so slightly. We're at 84% truthful word score. That'll be why the leader support's going down a little. Yeah, we don't have a lot of, we need to get the, now we've got solar power. Let's build that up here. So let's get a solar panel field up in. Now this one, if I remember right, is quite expensive in terms of workers. It's not too bad though. And it costs rares as well. I still think this one's too powerful. It's had a nerf recently, but I still think it's kind of too powerful. I do wonder if it might be worth getting another one up here too. Because what does asset 1 give you again? Yeah, this gives you 75 energy. That's going to be enough to start off with, but I reckon if we get 2 up. Now, 200 workers. So it's going to be 300 altogether for a level 1. For 2 level 1s, you're going to be it's going to be 600, which is actually more expensive to run the solar power field level 2. However, you get 150 for 2 level 1 and 225, so you've got an extra 75. So it's actually much more efficient to be raising this, you know, up to sorry, you want to be raising each level to its maximum size. Obviously, there's gonna come a point when we're going to want to raise up our power. Sorry, I'll raise up our city to level 4, and I've been dodging it so far because you'll take a hit to your civilization score, and particularly before you've built up your other cities, you don't want to do that. What I might do then, just to kind of anticipate that a little bit, is we want to. Oh, I've already got Viscom Station 2 and Barracks 2 here. That's interesting. Oh no, we've not got Barracks level 1. Yeah. Health score's low. We need hospital. Okay, let's go to the org decisions and get the hospital up, I think. Yeah, and none of those are in, I think hospital in university. What's education? Education score's high, so let's get the hospital up. We're playing this kind of like a city builder this time. It's really weird. I'm not complaining as well because I like that. It's really cool. APC now we can get up because we've got the high-speed machine gun. And probably we can get, let's just go with 50 mil steel plate. We don't, mind you, that's really heavy. Now, it's a shame we don't have the new blueprint system on this game. Otherwise I could kind of play around with the blueprint, but hey ho, that's what happens when you start a new game before all the patches come in. Um, 25 mil steel plate would be fine for most enemies, to be honest, because then it's 5 mil steel plate. You'll get you know, conventional arms will damage it, but they won't really damage these. So that's gonna be 200 steel weight. We can actually get a light diesel engine on these. That might be good because we don't really have much in the way of fuel. So let's just get a light APC up. Okay, Military Research Council objective. I do like advanced sensors. RPG is also obviously very useful. Have we got much radiation on this map? Not that I've seen. Yeah, maybe we go with, I mean, Gauss small arms is always a good one, but maybe we go with the RPGs or advanced sensors, probably even better. Interior Council task priorities. Okay. Now we don't have to put everything into taxation for a bit, so I'm gonna balance those ones out a little bit. Also, we need the funding. So yeah, here's a national budget. So we're going to start shaking things up. Interior Council we don't need so much now. We've hit the income tax level that we can comfortably sustain, I think. Supreme Council, Command Council can stay where it is. We're actually going to build more assets to build up political points. Applied Science Council wants to stay where it is. We'll probably move a little bit more. Yeah, Model Design can stay where it is. I think that's about right. We'll just kind of leave it like that, I think. Maybe just drop a little bit out of the Interior Council. Okay. Now we can get a new council up. The problem is we don't have the political points really to sustain it. Yeah, we've got the solar panels going up here. What's our administrative strain in Port Royal like? 2%. Alright, that's not too bad. Maybe we just get another mine up here. Wow, look at this. Metal, wind traps take a lot of workers. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's just get the metal mine anyway, and we'll start upgrading that. And we can probably upgrade this metal mine too. Let's start like really pulling the metal out of the ground now. The reason why I'm hesitating is because I'm just thinking, you know what, when we start hiring a lot of workers, we've got to pay them. But that's okay. The other thing that we really want to build up is... Now, have we got logistics for all this? Yes, we have, because we actually went for truck... We got the truck station 2 up, didn't we? Where are we looking? There we go. We did get truck station 2 up, so we got plenty of logistics. Start moving some of these guys back. Oh yeah, somebody was telling me off for not replenishing my troops. There's no reason for that. I'm just being a bit slack. So let's just get a couple of grunts up. I kind of hyper focus on stuff. That's one of my problems with playing video games. I hyper focus on things and then I kind of forget about other aspects. Which, I do suspect that it's part of the reason why I find Shadow Empire so fascinating, because I kind of I get really into the details of one system and I kind of forget the others. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot about that other exciting bit of this game. So I kind of come back to it. All right, let's have a look at what else we've got to do here. Zone decisions. Protests against high income tax. Right, let's just give them a one-time tax rebate. It's dropping government all the time every time I do this. It really annoys me. But yeah, we want to raise democracy now. Let's try to get the democracy profile up. Yeah, we're nearly there. We want to get engaged politicians, political bonus, and if we can get quality of life bonus, that would be really nice. Because the quality of life bonus, we've really gone heavy into quality of life, at least with the private economy. And if we can keep commerce up, even while we're trying to go for government, you're gonna have to make some decisions to go into government. Okay, right. This is how many rounds do we want to pay for the recon contract? Let's just go for the full 16 rounds and get a whole load of recon. This is going to be quite expensive, but we can make some money. Okay, like food, we can get a decent price for food at the moment. Let's just see where the this trade index is there. Capital price index for food. Food is white, so that's this one here. It's kind of staying where it is. So I mean, now's as good a time to sell as any, I guess, if we're going to sell food. So we don't want to sell 3,000. That's silly. Let's sell 300 credits worth, and we'll drop that will drop the prices overall. I am really tempted to see what happens if you start like buying up all the stocks in one thing. I know that it will have an effect. I've kind of tried to do it in other games before, but I've never really sort of played with it. I did it in my multiplayer game. Like I kept buying up rare metals even when I didn't need them, and it was made because the other players were complaining that they couldn't afford them, so I kept buying them because I had a really good economy. It's very funny. Yeah, like they're they're costing 11 to buy at the moment. Yeah, interesting stuff. I wonder about fuel. Let's have a look at the fuel price. I'm going to try this. This is kind of interesting. So oil is price of oil is dropping big time. Looks like maybe somebody's found some and they're digging it out. Okay, but the price to buy oil at the moment for fuel is 2.5 credits basically. So let's just buy a few and just see what happens next turn. So what was it? 2.55. Yeah, we've not got quite enough political points to get the council that we want. Air Force Research Council might be good, but we probably want to go for Staff Council next. I think all of these are pretty important. Air Force Research Council is pretty cool, though. And we can get that for 10 political points, which is interesting. Maybe I'll wait. I think we wait until we get our bureaucracy points up a little bit further first. We can also send some population over to Port Royal. Maybe sort of stop them. Like, these guys are they're being paid way too much, I think. Yeah, we're paying 10 credits now, or 0.01 credits in halfway here. Yeah, it might be worth getting another. It might be worth getting another zone up over here somewhere. Especially once this goes up, I expect we'll start getting admin strain. Okay, right, I'm going to end the episode there, folks. So, hope you're enjoying the series, and it looks like now we're going to be getting the solar power up, so we should be out of this economic deficit that we've been in, and we'll be able to take more of an active role in this, you know, game that's going on around us. We've been a little bit isolationist, I guess. And I think now's the time to go and try and find some other people to attack. Now, Cortez is still a possibility, but the problem is that Maritime trading house are a little bit unreliable. Let's see if we can get this one. I think this will be a crucial island anyway, because it will give us access to, you know, everything around here. It kind of looks like, you know, one of those islands in the Mediterranean that sits between Africa and Europe. So yeah, I kind of like that idea. Alright guys, hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think in the comments as always. Comments always help me, because I can judge whether people are still enjoying it, or, you know. And also, as you know, if you see that I've missed something, please let me know, because then I can kind of go back to it and pick it up. So you guys kind of saved me there with the Economic Council thing, because I probably, being me, I probably would have missed that. So I really, really appreciate you helping me. Alright guys, take care, and I'll catch you next time.